Good evening, everyone. I'm Christine Devine. Tonight, in his half-hour special, conversations with 4 business leaders in our business community. One designed a skinny jean for those who are not so skinny in certain areas. And meet the future, a teenager who has his own company and will fix your broken cell phone. For a third, when everyone was rushing out of Japan's quake-damaged nuclear plant, he rushed in. Our next award-winning entrepreneur works in waste management. I'm talking nuclear waste. One of his big jobs has been cleanup at Japan's Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant. You remember, that's the one ravaged by an earthquake and tsunami. Kurion helped clean up 32 million gallons of contaminated water. It took the company just 5 weeks to come up with a game plan and deliver a water processing system and the employees to work the job. Kurion's mission to accelerate the cleanup of nuclear waste and make it cheaper. CEO and founder John Raymond.
This is actually glass with a simulated waste in it. And what we've done is we actually do the melt in the actual container itself. All competing processes do it outside the container, which would cause a great deal of expense and much slower process. So this is accelerating the process.
And for his success as an entrepreneur in business services, Raymond was honored with the Orange County Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year Award. He holds several patents for innovative waste technologies, and at another company managed $500 million of business. All right, please welcome John Raymond. Thanks for being here.
Well, thank you for having me.
So is your team still on the job in Japan?
Well, we're on and off in terms of our location. We are mainly out of the area here, and we go back and forth to support the project.
Now, I know you brag about your employees willing to take on that job, and as a news person, we covered that. That was a quarantined area.
Yes, it was. 20 kilometers quarantined, and we had to dress up with special gear to protect ourselves, particularly breathing apparatus.
So what does it say about your employees willing to do that job?
Well, I think it says that you have people that are willing to take educated risks and really people that really wanted to help people and were willing to take a risk to go and to really help their fellow man.
What kind of difference did you make?
We actually changed the paradigm for the plant. The plant had been, quite famously, been poured on with water from the sea, a lot of seawater as well as river water. They were actually filling the plant buildings up with water, and they couldn't get in the plant to do anything. And it was getting ready to overflow into the ocean in terms of millions of tons of water.
So you did what?
Well, we went in and actually removed the activity, the radioactivity, the hazard from that water, and allowed them to stop adding additional water, and then they could recirculate the water to clean up the plant. And they're in the process of doing additional steps to make the plant more safe and start to decommission it. Well, we actually have a 2-step process. The first one is what we're using at Fukushima, which is where we're taking a special media, very much like you might find in a Brita water filter.
Yeah, where it catches all the yuck.
Exactly, if you will, purifies your drinking water. And we do the same thing here. It's basically a powder.
That's not radioactive.
No, not, at least not. That's what my staff tells me it's not. And what it does is it actually selectively removes the isotope we design it for. So in this case, we selectively designed it to go after the cesium.
Can I pick this ball up?
You certainly can.
And what is this here?
This is actually vitrified soil, where we take soil as a demonstration and we turn it to glass. And the idea here is we've immobilized the media, for example, which is contaminated with waste, and we can then immobilize it for a geological time so it can't migrate into the environment.
Nuclear waste. Were you at the right place at the right time?
Oh, I think we most certainly were. But we also had the right skill set, we had the right technologies, we had the right people. We could answer that call when it came.
Okay, give me another tip.
Give you another tip. Well, I think, when life comes at you, sometimes there's opportunities. And in our case, it was the Fukushima opportunity. And you've really got to decide you're going to really stand your ground and make that happen. I can tell you, at times we were all exhausted. We just wanted to call it quits. But we just simply said no. We drew a line in the sand and said that we're going to make that all happen.
The Entrepreneur of the Year Award, what did that mean to you?
For me, it was really a validation for my team. I had the joy of actually, and the honor of actually receiving it, but in fact, it was really a testament for them, and it was basically a tribute to their great efforts.
I'm sure it was an exhausting year with this project.
It was. I lost weight, probably gained a few gray hairs, but it was a great year, and I would say it checked that box that I always hoped for, which is to actually help my fellow man in a material way.
John Raymond of Kurion. When we come back, tomorrow's Leaders Today. Now,